In Matthew 18, verse 22, the Lord Jesus told you to forgive your brother 70 times 7. So, you forgive your brother. But do you give him a second chance to do whatever he messed up the first time? Hell no, don't be stupid. In 1 Corinthians 11, verse 1, Paul the Apostle wrote for you to read, "Follow my example, as I follow the example of Christ." So, Paul's attitude was like, I'll forgive you 70 times 7, but I won't give you a second chance to mess up. No, sir, not me. Paul really said that? Basically, yes. Look, I'm not superstitious, but if 13 were a very unfortunate number, you could guess that whatever happened in Acts 13, verse 13, double 13, must have been a very unfortunate incident. You bet it was. That was where John Mark disembarked. He deserted Paul and Barnabas right there and went straight home. AWOL, absent without leave. Acts 13, verse 13. Now, after Paul and his companions set sail from Paphos, they came to Perga in Pamphylia. But John left them and returned to Jerusalem. And Paul forgave him 70 times 7, but he would not give him a second chance. No way. You get one chance. Mess up, you're out. One chance with Paul, that's all. We read about it in Acts 15, verse 36 to 41, Legacy Standard Bible. Now, after some days, Paul said to Barnabas, "Let us return and visit the brothers in every city in which we proclaim the word of the Lord, and see how they are." And Barnabas wanted to take John, called Mark, along with them also. But Paul kept insisting that they should not take him along, who had deserted them in Pamphylia and had not gone with them to the work. And there was such a sharp disagreement that they separated from one another, and Barnabas took Mark with him and sailed away to Cyprus. But Paul chose Silas and left, traveling through Syria and Cilicia, strengthening the churches. Now, remember Paul said, "Follow my example, as I follow the example of Christ." 1 Corinthians 11, verse 1. So, what is wrong with you? Why won't you follow Paul's example? You forgive all these people in your life 70 times 7, and then you go and give each of them a second chance to mess up your life, just like they did the first time, simply because you refuse to follow Paul's example. What are you, stubborn? You're just like John Mark, aren't you? You start your spiritual journey with Paul, but as soon as he sets an example you don't like, you desert and go back to your old ways. Only this time, you're real spiritual. You call it forgiveness. I call it setting up all those people who messed up the first time to mess up again. Be like Paul. Forgive them. Forgive them and leave them. Don't bring them along. Disclaimer, this message applies to some people some of the time, not to all people all the time. I'm Nicholas, thinking about God.